I saw this story. Mike Girardi had on his Twitter account, he talked to Robert Kraft, owner of the Patriots. He said Kraft made this analogy with Brady. Quote, think about loving your wife or for whatever reason there's something, her father or mother, that makes life impossible for you and you have to make a move on it, but you don't want to. So is he saying her father or mother is Bill Belichick? Make of it what you will. A story came out today that the Patriots were reportedly in discussions to make 2 blockbuster trades, but they came up short, one of them being Stefon Diggs. And we had said this. Tom Brady was waiting for a sign. Tom Brady was willing to go back. He did not make up his mind and had told people that until the very end. Had they signed or traded for Stefon Diggs, Brady would have stayed. Because then Diggs is your number 1. Edelman becomes your number 2. Then you have Mohamed Sanu, N'Keal Harry. You have an opportunity to have a legitimate receiving core. But when Stefon Diggs could not be acquired via a trade, you have a second-tier receiving core with no downfield options. So remember, Albert Breer was on our show, and Albert said, this came down to New England's inability in that small little 24-hour tampering window. New England couldn't land a top receiver. We now know they tried. It should be noted, Brady came down reportedly to the Chargers. Excellent weapons. 2 backs, 3 receivers, 2 I really like, and a tight end in Hunter Henry, and Tampa Bay. Arguably the best receiver tandem. That you could argue that if you took a team's top 2 receivers and its best tight end, Tampa's number 1 in the league. So, this was a weapons thing. If Stefon Diggs is a Patriot and not a Buffalo Bill, I believe Tom Brady stays. Look at who the finalists were. He didn't choose the best offensive line. The Colts were interested. He didn't choose the best running back. The Raiders were interested. He didn't choose those. Chargers and Tampa. Flawed teams, great weapons. Lance Zierlein was on our show earlier this week. His dad was an offensive line coach in the NFL for Bruce Arians in Arizona and in Tampa. So he has a mock draft, and his mock draft is willing to roll the dice on trades. So Lance Zierlein, very, very good. He's one of these guys. He hosts a radio show like John Middlecoff and could be an NFL scout. He has Burrow going number 1 to Miami. So he thinks Cincinnati's going to take a trade. I don't. He's got Chase Young going 2 to the Washington Redskins. Chargers moving up to get 2 at 3. Giants get an offensive tackle at 4. And Justin Herbert going to Cincinnati at 5. I think it's the right move to make. I don't think Cincinnati will do it. They're conservative. It's not in their nature. They won't do it. They've had the number 3 pick 3 times, 94, 95. Cincinnati's had it 3 times, 94, 95. 2003, and they haven't moved off it. They've moved up to number 1, but they haven't moved out of it. So, and Joe Burrow's from Ohio. They're not going to move out of it. But I would do it if I was Cincinnati. I would absolutely do it. But they won't. Cincinnati today could make a move on that, and they could get 4 draft picks. They could get another number 1, 2 2s, maybe a 4, 3, and they won't do it. So I think Joe Burrow's career is going to be very limited. Baltimore is better up front than they were last year, and they were good last year. Pittsburgh is going to be a better football team. Eric Ebron and Big Ben are back. And their young defensive players, which they have many on defense, are getting older. Minkah Fitzpatrick now a second year. I think Cleveland has gotten better. No question Cleveland's gotten better. And I also think they're going to address left tackle, their primary issue, and linebacker in this draft. It is a good linebacker draft. There's some good linebackers in this draft, and it's a good tackle draft, both the issues the Browns have. I think that division may be the best in the league. It's going to be the best defensive division in the league between the Steelers D, the Ravens D, and the Browns D. Joe Burrow, with no help, is going to struggle in Cincinnati. There is no fourth-place team in the NFL that is further away talent-wise than the 3 teams above them than the Bengals. Because you can roll your eyes at the Browns. They got talent. Stefanski's better than Freddie Kitchens, and they're going to address in this draft the 2 issues they have. One of them, tackle. They're going to go get a great starting Pro Bowl level left tackle potentially, and they're ready to roll. 2 backs, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends now. Cleveland's ready to roll. If Stefanski can be a head coach, Baker's absolutely going to be better this year. More focus, lose weight, better coaching. He's going to rebound. He's not my quarterback, but he is a franchise quarterback. So if I'm Cincinnati, I'd absolutely move out of here. What do we say about sports? Who wins in sports these days? Aggressive teams. Houston goes and gets a Justin Verlander. Golden State goes and gets a Kevin Durant. I mean, who is winning in the NFL? You know, Baltimore goes out and gets a Marcus Peters and upgrades, and aggressive is winning in business. I mean, I was talking to a friend about this. UFC, Dana White, aggressive. Vince McMahon, WWE, aggressive. Barstool Sports, hyper alpha aggressive. You may not like him. Aggressive is winning in media. It's winning in NFL. It's winning in the NBA. Cincinnati, be aggressive. Make yourself uncomfortable. Get 5 picks. Go a few slots down and get a Justin Herbert or a Tua. And get 5 good draft picks, which will be 4 or 5 starters. Because if you're just going to bring in Joe Burrow and just going to play it safe, he is going to get mauled in that division. Cleveland's defensive front is nasty. Baltimore's is better. And Pittsburgh's front 7 is young. It's San Francisco. It really is, without Bosa. It's San Francisco. It is loaded, and it's young. Joe Burrow is going to get mauled potentially. I'd move and get picks. Just my opinion. I'd rather have Herbert with 5 draft picks, additional draft picks, than Joe Burrow without him. Because Justin Herbert with 5 draft picks, you know, a tackle, a running back, another tight end, a receiver, is going to be a lot better than Burrow without him. That division now, have you seen all the moves Baltimore has made? They're going to make another one today, reportedly. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, they've all gotten better. And Big Ben's coming back. And Baker will be better. And Lamar, by the way. Look at the jump he made year 1 to 2. What's Lamar going to be year 2 to 3? That division's scary good. Scary good. Aggressive win, Cincinnati. Go for it. Have some guts. First time in a long time.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.